Uh, Hi, how you doing? I hope I'm going to be brief about this situation about aviation. I never became a pilot, but I do know about this stuff. On September the 3rd, 1983, flight flight 007, um, Korean Airlines, took off from Anchorage, Alaska, and it was um, it was just a regular flight. And it's kind of interesting that we're going through so many stuff going on with Russia. But back in those days, I mean, if you deviate into Soviet space, the Soviet Union, and then uh, there were some mistakes that took place. Um, I don't know how I can I can discover this Korean airliner um, went over the Sakhalin Islands, by mistake. I don't know what happened, and then came this pilot from the Soviet Union, or Russia, or whatever you want to call it, and he got some orders to take this plane down. It's a civilian plane. It was 747, carrying like 300 people. I mean, there were some people from the U.S., but there were people they were going to Korea. All of a sudden, this guy comes up and he gets the order. You need to take this plane down. And even though the pilot, he said, there's a livery sign that this is a civilian plane. So, what the fuck? And they put the gun on his head, said, no, if it's a civilian plane, it's a spy plane. Whoa. He was ordered to take down a plane full of 300 people on board, or maybe less than, or maybe. He asked ATC, which is air tower control, said, listen, this is a civilian plane. Said, no, you're gonna shoot down the plane right now. Now we're seeing this stuff right now with the Vladimir Putin, killing civilian people. This is what took place 35 years ago. It is unbelievable. I just don't get it. I don't get it. That this kind of culture can go on just because you're Russian or you're Soviet. You have to be an asshole to human life. I mean, I'm drinking here, but I'm start drinking vodka. The Smirnoff. I'm just drinking. um, I'm drinking USA vodka. But here's the situation: how can you be so? How can you be so serious taking human lives? And I think that that was probably one of the biggest lesson in life. When I was in Colombia, when I heard about the story that a Russian plane, or whatever you want to call it, well, I don't even know about that. You will take down 300, 300 people. And even though the guy, he admitted this was a civilian plane, and he was ordered to take it down because they thought that it was a spy plane coming from the U.S. or coming from Japan or wherever that is. That's very, very interesting. And this is what we're looking at right now. I mean, this is not real. I mean, did I say it's not real? You gotta get fucking joking me. This is this is so unreal. Uh, we're looking to a situation in which we're gonna die. And I said to myself, okay, Vladimir Putin is making some some calls. What's going on with this guy? When you become a president, you're supposed to be a presidential guy. You're supposed to be a nice guy. You're supposed to be a very prudential guy. But this guy, he's sending his troops to kill and rape women in a country on which has never done any wrong to him. I don't even think. I remember back in my days, I when I was in high school, I used to have a a bully guy, and I took care of him. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. And this guy, he bullies 20 million people. I don't even get it. So let me advise you. If you know some, and by the way, I know women from Ukraine. I like them. There's a woman from Ukraine that I'm trying to get in touch with. She moved to Tennessee, and I mentioned this before because I care about her because she might have some people in Ukraine. And if you know someone from Ukraine, please be kind. Give them a ride home if they're homeless or they're refugees. Please, let's send a message to Vladimir Putin that benevolency is much more than bombing. Oh, there you go. I know this very, very, very well. Okay, so if you know someone from Ukraine, either refugees or homeless, please give them a hand, take them to the store, give them give them a ride. What this individual is doing, this Putin guy, cannot even you cannot even describe what I watch on TV. My grandma in Colombia told me, "You watch too much TV." But I said to myself, we didn't have internet that back in those days. But I'm glad I watch TV. When you see an Ukrainian, gotta take care of it. Because this is America. This is what we are supposed to be about. This is what we are meant to be. Kind of interesting. Um, something I wanted to share with you guys. um, 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 uh, uh, couple days ago, um, I went walking in my HOA, and, and, and my HOA is not very safe. So I talked to the security guy. He said, "Listen, I mean, we're supposed to pay for the gate, stuff like that." He said, "The gate next door, it got secure because, for what I heard, there were two murders." I said, "Whoa!" And I'm here paying $250 a month, and I don't get a gate secure with this wonderful guy. And I said, "Whoa!" And I'm here, and then when I went to my AA meetings, which is down the street, I go to alcohol addiction, and I had to get a quote on to get a concealed permit, which I don't want to do that. $60, 1 hour training, and then you get your gun. And I said to myself, why do I have to pay $60 and get a permit with them right away? I I couldn't even believe what was. He said, yeah, $60 because back in the old days, I remember um, I think it was looking maybe back 5 years ago. Um, you will pay $250. I think it's more than that. I think it was maybe 15 years ago. You will have to pay $250. Now it's $60. And I asked the guy, 1 hour, $65, and then you get your. I said, fuck. I said, I don't, I don't want to be part of part of it. And then I watched um, the Spanish channel. All the violence in Mexico and Central America, and people can pop up. And I asked myself, why? And a couple of weeks ago, I was in Clemares, downtown West Palm Beach, and this guy, he was cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. He was screaming at people. And he got arrested by the cops. And I said to myself, get the fuck out of here. I mean, why? He was on drugs. I know that. He was not interacting with real life. And I said to myself, I mean, what the fuck is going on with this guy? I was I was seeing a lady friend of mine, very very nice lady. Yeah, I'm not gonna say her name anyways. But this guy, he got arrested. He was boom. He was fucked up. I mean, he was. And I said to myself, okay, is he doing Xanax? I mean, I used to do Xanax. I used to do Prozac, but I went. Um, I went cold fish, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Damn, this guy, he was. I wish I could take a video, but the situation is when the cops got involved. I mean, I don't, I cannot do that kind of shit. I, I mean, taking pictures of cops, doing their job. I mean, I'd rather watch. Um, I did Discovery, and I don't know, but this guy, he was fucked Big time, bro. No, I'm telling you. So, watching for my girlfriend on my TV. So, anyways, what I wanted to share with you guys, uh, uh, I have a you know, shit, yeah. I mean, it's kind of early. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, I've been drinking too much. Anyways, I was just remembering a lady friend of mine that I used to be a anchor woman for Channel 5, Raquel Scholes. She perished in an accident, freaky accident, you know. So, and that's why that keeps me a little bit up, you know. Anyways, I miss her a lot, you know. We used to hang around E.R. Bradley's when Bradley's used to be in Palm Beach, the island. And also, I have a lady friend of mine that used to work with her. And there was another lady that I used to hang around in Clematis. You know, she passed away 15 years ago. You know, so it kind of I mean, sometimes I wonder why uh, I meet so many people. And there was another lady that used to work at the in North Palm Beach. Uh, fuck it, I even forgot the name. There was another, and her boyfriend used to be a very good friend of mine. He used to come to a place in North Palm Beach to run a U.S. highway, and he died too. So I have four friends that have died. Sometimes I said to myself, I can I can trade shoes with them because I mean I miss them a lot. You know, I mean, unbelievable. So I mean that makes me sometimes much more stronger. Makes me much more a little bit. Well, I don't know whatever you whatever you want to say. Anyways, and um, and it's kind of interesting. I have 5,000 friends on Facebook, girlfriends, you know. And one day I was watching the news, you know, the Palm Beach Post, and there was a girl that lost her life in a car accident in Orlando. Happens that she was on my Facebook friends account. I said, "The fuck is going on? This is not real." Happens that she was on drugs. She and she happens to be a lady friend of mine on Facebook, which I never met her before, and her name was on my Facebook account. Guess what? She got killed on a freaking accident. And I said to myself, how can this thing be so close? This isn't real. I never met a woman in my life, and all of a sudden, I see her name, which I'm not going to mention her name, but whoa, that was the one thing that hit me the most. I met this woman on Facebook. Never met her before physically, and all of a sudden, she gets killed on a car accident. I, I don't get it, and I'm not gonna get it anytime soon. Sometimes I mean, I have a Facebook account, and I'm very active on Facebook. But whoa, that's shocking. And I should tell you this. I mean, I do have um, my half brother. He was murdered. I asked myself, whoa, how did that thing happen? So I just want to warn you. Things happens for one reason. One day, I was um, I was flipping channels during the night, midnight. It- So I went to grab a beer, my Modelo beer. So it was uh, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I just went. I said, "Oh, I just started flipping channels." And that was very interesting. So I was flipping channels, and then I went to the Spanish channel. I don't even remember what kind of Spanish channel. And it was a Spanish channel about women that have been abused. It's a Spanish channel that caters women that has been uh, abused, battered. And my mom, I came from uh, abuse family. My father, he was a motherfucker, which if he was to be alive, I would shit, shoot him. But I'm glad he's gone. So, anyways, I was um, I was religious, and then if I'm in battered women or whatever, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So I was like, you know what? This this is something that maybe I should, watch. So, anyways, this lady comes from Lebanon, from Beirut or whatever you call it. Very nice, good-looking woman, very sexy. So she goes to Argentina. Okay, so she goes to Argentina and she migrates there. She goes to this. Oh, I think I already. I think I already talked about this. Yeah, yeah. She goes to a meat cutter or meat processing. Cutting beef. Whatever. Yeah, yeah, meat processing. That's what we hardworking woman making 16 hours a day. I mean, you work 16 hours a day. I mean, so I mean, she goes there, meat, cutting meat or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, she starts one of the biggest restaurants in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, which is one of the most respectable capital cities in the world. I mean, I gotta tell you, I heard some stories about in the woman. She gets all. I mean, these customers, because she set up a Lebanese restaurant. Everybody, whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody was flocking to the restaurant. And they were flocking. And no, she making it sell, and she was in the news. She was in the press. Back in those days, they didn't have internet. I mean, if you're in the press, I mean, you. And I like to repeat this story because it was very fascinating to me. So, anyways, she and her husband and the two kids. I mean, so fascinating, so popular. Her landlord used to be a. I mean, I'm still fascinated by this story. So, her landlord used to be an immigrant from Italy, former plumber. But guess what he did to her? She protested the rent, and he said, "I'll lower the rent if I can fuck you." He said, "Whoa!" And she went for it. Whoa! This woman, she just didn't want to lose her the lease on the restaurant. She was already renting with her husband and the two daughters. Right, right, it's in the same building. Whoa! She went for it. She wanted to save her business. She wanted to save her marriage. She wanted to save her family. Whoa! She went for it. Then, when I was watching that movie, I said, "It can't be right." I mean, mm, holy caramba! The guy, the landlord, the Italian guy, went into her bedroom. She was sleeping with her husband. He said, "Come on, let's do it." I mean, I don't mean to laugh about this, but this is the most ridiculous thing that I ever seen in my life. He said, "Let's do it in the kitchen." Yeah, she took the guy to the kitchen. Yeah, and the woman went on there. Guess what she she, being from Lebanon, that's why I'm kind of a I'm kind of a very, she strangled him and she took him. She took him to his bedroom. And then, within a few hours, she took it back to her kitchen, the restaurant kitchen, and she chopped him off. Yeah, she dismembered his body, and to this day, I don't even know how can you be a 60-year-old woman. The guy, he was on his, and you chop off some son of a bitch body that was raping her and doing whatever. What I don't know what. How can well he chopped off his human remains or whatever, and she serves his human remains to the public in her restaurant, and she gets great reviews. Some guy came in, oh wow, those patties, they're so good. She said, yeah, you want some more? It was his remains. The guy she killed. She gets arrested, and situation is when I was watching this movie, um, soap opera. I went to take a pee, went to take a shit, and they got the credits. And then the last credit was, this is based on true events. I said, you, 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 this is not real. I mean, this is. I mean, and I went to the computer, this same computer, and I heard the name, the butcher of Buenos Aires. To this day, the only reason that I don't have a girlfriend because, first of all, I cannot control myself. How can a woman chopped off? Well, I know that he was raping her, he was being abusive, he was being. To this day, I don't even understand that you will chop off a guy. Well, of course, I know that boy. He was very into her. I mean, I understand that. I mean, should call the authorities. But you serve his flesh in a restaurant. I'm still, to this day, I have said this thing before. Um, uh, Actually, I'm still in denial. When I was taking um, aviation lessons when I was a kid. Which didn't even pan out. There was a plane accident in Bolivia. I don't know where the plane came from. I think it came from Uruguay or Argentina. They crashed. And the survivors, they were alive. They were, but um, there was it was in a mountain. Snow. There was snow, and they were freezing to death. You know, it was bad. It was, and I think there were 10 or 7 people. They were dying in the mountain. The snow. They were frigid and stuff like that. And the first 2 persons that died, they became part of very sinister situation. This happened probably in the 1940s or the 1950s. So when the first 2 people die, the surviving guys, they were hungry. Guess what happened? They eat them. The first 2 corpses, they eat them. Anthropophagia, that's anthrophagonous. That's when you eat a human body. When I heard the story, I said, "Whoa!" It's not the very first story that I heard about it because there was a member of the um, Rockefeller family, which they used to own Standard Oil Company of America, which became a big, rich family. So this guy, he goes to some island in Guinea. Um, he goes to Guinea, uh, or New Guinea, or whatever they call it, and the guy, he gets lost or whatever, and he gets eaten alive or eaten once he was dead. Um, a anthropologist from Europe looked into this case that when you eat human flesh, guess what? It's karma. You're gonna get some. You, you're gonna pay the ultimate price. To this day, also in South America, in Brazil, in southern Peru, anthropology is still practicing. And guess what? You, if you eat human flesh, you're gonna you might get something in the brain or whatever. So make sure if you go to South America, make sure it's a human flesh or human. I know that. I mean that. I mean, I know that it's a very stupid topic, but no. I mean, you're gonna there will be some sex consequences right now. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for giving me your bad situation. I'm doing this because I'm pissed. No one wants to talk to me, but you taking me in your. And I gotta tell you, because I mean, I didn't know that this YouTube changed on me, because I used to go on Facebook, but mm-mm, they already rejected me for some reason or whatever. Anyways. Oh, and one other thing is, if you're going to Colombia, you're most likely to be kidnapped. So make sure you give me a call, and then I can pay for your ransom. And you, I, I'm having a lot of. I'm having. Oh, and and remember, when you see a Ukrainian citizen, make sure you help him. Okay, because I mean, come on, we need to. Anyway, I'm gonna end my stream, and if you have any questions, if you have any, send me email or whatever. Just feel free to do that. So I'll talk to you soon, and bye bye.